Hey there, Angel of Galaxy, back with some more channeled messages. I do hope you're all doing well. Just again, as always, a very big thank you for clicking on my channel. Any support is very much appreciated. It's still early days, so yeah, if you could like, subscribe, share, comment, this will lift the algorithms for me so that my channel gets seen a bit more. Thank you very, very, very much. Anyway, remember, Spirit works for us in mystical and mysterious ways. These messages just may not go to the intended person. They may be talking about someone you know, their love lost one, or a situation around you or them. You may be a heavenly post person, delivering communication where it needs to go. If I say male or female, remember we have both aspects, the divine and the feminine and masculine, so please take it as it resonates. Right, let's get started, shall we? Where am I going? Right. Alright, so I'm hearing when I crossed and had shed my physical vehicle, I had the most amazing feeling of peace and freedom, a lightness and buoyancy, because the weight and gravity of my physical body no longer existed. My spirit remained there for a few moments. Then my etheric sheath had shed, and my spirit moved into the astral form. My transition was very fast. I was ready to go, and even though I was very close to you all, I didn't want to remain in an etheric double. This was simply not for me. I know this hurt your feelings, but it wasn't about you. I needed to leave to return to source, as I was tired of fighting my inner rage, my negative thoughts and feelings. My body was getting sicker and sicker, and it was just so tiring to wake up and face yet another day of misery and self-loathing. Please know it was not an easy choice for me, but it was the correct one. Don't know why, but I'm hearing the name Robbie. Maybe this message, maybe someone watching who has a similar situation. Alright. Strange, really. Because I was always... I was so ready, but considering how long it took me to do anything without procrastinating on the earth plane. And I know, look, the bond between you, my brother, was hard to break. But it will allow you to grow immensely in so many ways that would not have been possible if I hadn't crossed over to the other side of the veil. He's telling me you're tossing and you're turning in bed, always trying to get comfortable, and wants you to know to be receptive to his help. He's talking about you changing the way you think. There is great wisdom in the subconscious mind. If you do it, it would be a tremendous benefit to you and serve as an endless reservoir of knowledge. Okay. I know I have left you with a heavy heart, but I'm sending reassurance and brotherly love, that you have so much to do here on earth before you can be united again. And I will, of course, be cheering you on, guiding you like I used to do from the side of a football pitch when you were younger, or in any challenging situation. Okay, thank you for that. Oh, I'm shivering with that one. Ooh. So I'm feeling lungs, somehow something to do with lungs, okay. August comes to mind, so that could be a month, a birth date, a passing date, or just a timing, your life. Or maybe the date of a birthday as well, August or October. Anyway, the numbers I've got are 55, 62, 45, 73. I've got K and B initial, E and K, R and A and K, B and E, U and B, E and A, S and E, M and D, R and an L. Thank you. Okay. All right, come on then. So my next message is for someone who lost a sister. And I've been told she was around 30 years old. She would have had fair hair and very boyish, yeah, that's what I mean. I think I've got an image of like play fighting, so maybe she'd have liked that. But she could really stand her ground. She would have loved to do outdoor activities, bungee jumping and all that, and play sports. She's telling me she would always have an answer for everything and did not suffer fools gladly. She could be very curt at times, I'm being told. I would say she was around about 5'9", maybe 8'9", and of an average weight. So what would you notice about her? Probably her eyes and her smile would light up a room. And people generally liked her, I get that feeling. And she's showing me a knee injury. Oh gosh, it's a trigger warning. Maybe I've had a head injury at some point as well. I'm hearing something about looking through the lens of an eye. Take that as it resonates. I'm sorry, I am absolutely freezing cold. Spirit are all around me. My teeth are chattering. I'm shaking. So that may mean something to somebody, When we consider something through the lens of a particular viewpoint or perspective, we are examining it from the specific vantage point, which she would have been able to do very easy while she was here on the earth plane. She's telling me that she had the ability now. She has the ability now. It's magnified billions of times. Yeah. So basically what she's saying is she kept that ability, but it's just gone, on that side of the veil. She tells me you too have this ability to look at the world through a unique filter, which can profoundly influence your understanding and interpretation. So use it. So I don't know what you've been doing. Maybe you've not been recently. She's also pointing out you two look and act very similar. Only you were not as smart as her, and she's giggling away. I been a joke between the two of you. Autumn time comes to mind, and winter. But I'm seeing snow. Oh, okay, so I'm hearing gaslighting. So it may have been a memory. Or someone is doing this to you right now, maybe. Okay, I'm hearing Fandabby Dozy, and somebody has been asking for something like that. So if you hear that and you've been asking for that, that is a big, big sign that that's them. So what is that? Fandabby Dozy is an informal expression normally, isn't it? Used to convey admiration or enthusiasm. It's often used to describe something that is very good or impressive. Okay. Anyway, I'm just hearing all is good. It's great actually over here. So dear brother, sending all that love to you and the rest of the clan. And watch out for things moving around. I've got a strange laugh actually. It's quite unusual. And when you say clan as well, I always think of Scotland, and when they talk about clans. And I'm just thinking now about Fandabby Dozy, how it became very popular with the Crankies, which was a comedy duo back in the day. So I don't know if anyone remembers that. But anyway. Okay. Alright. Alright, so for all who don't know, I use songs. Me and Spirit like to have a bit of fun with songs and signs and synchronicities. So today my song is There Goes My Life. So this soul's telling me all he could think about. How I'm too young for this. So who is this? Who would be thinking that? I've got my whole life ahead. Hell, this is the song as well. I'm just a kid myself. How am I gonna raise one? Okay, so maybe you were left to raise a child, alright. Or you could see with his dreams going up in smoke. So this soul seems like someone's crossed over and left this responsibility by the sound of it. Okay. So his dreams going up in smoke. So much for all the exciting plans. Oh well, those are long gone. So this is how you felt then. There goes my life. There goes my future, my everything. Might as well kiss it all goodbye. There goes my life. Alright, who's coming in? So I've got a partner here who is happy to say she had nothing to worry about when she crossed over. You stepped up in every possible way so that our little girl had a decent life, full of love and comfort, and she wants to thank you for this. You have grown and changed in many ways I never thought possible. It is such an honour to see you at your best, especially under this huge amount of pressure. In some ways, our child has made it easier. Because losing me would have been even worse. But you really haven't had that time to overthink and miss me as much. Think about it, if you were alone, it would probably be worse. At least she keeps you busy. She's saying she has so many of your traits. Only that smile and attitude comes from her. I can see you love that little girl with all your heart and soul, as she does you. Thank you for keeping my memory alive. And don't feel guilty about the initial reaction. You were understandably in shock and mourning. And of course, navigating these type of circumstances is never easy. She's saying, there went her life, there went her future, her everything. She's in a beautiful, peaceful place, happy and watching her daughter blossom every day. And she says you may hear her talk about me and conversations we have, so please be aware of that. I am very much in contact with her. I love you, Paul. Sorry, I'm getting a bit teary. She's sending you a big hug. And of course, her little darling. And then the song goes, good night. I've got to go. I love you, baby, and always will. With that, I'm getting October, and I'm getting the 20th very strongly. Could be a crossing, an anniversary, a birthday. It could be relevant. I don't know, the numbers I have with that is 20, 12, 44, the number 1 and 4. Initials L and C, S and N, Z and L, N and S, C and N, C and L. Sorry, I sometimes belch when I'm channeling. N and S, C and N, and I'm hearing 72 and 9. Thank you, that was beautiful. Okay. So let me just talk a little bit about, you know, no one ever dies alone. So if someone here has been thinking about that, you know, we worry when our loved ones cross, but you know, they're okay, they're all right. So just as others are here to welcome you into the physical world when we're born, your spirit family, angels and guides wait for you, assist you and welcome you back to your spiritual home. They have been part of every earth moment and have been looking forward to the time you release your earthly coil. They prepare and plan for your arrival, and all those you have yearned to be with will be right there by your side, encouraging you to come closer to their world. They will instill in you an overwhelming peace and joy in your heart, and everything will appear perfect and in natural order. It is then that you will be reunited, and you will realize you have stepped through a veil and are finally back home. So I hope that helps somebody. Okay. Our angel number today is 682. Trust you have enough money to pay your bills and fulfill your needs. And the healing words, if you do not fully believe in us, you will know that we are real after asking for and receiving our help 2 or 3 times. Okay, so my next message. Okay, so this is for someone who doesn't understand where a particular upset or an imbalance has come from. You kind of know something doesn't feel right in your life, but you're not able to define this, I'm hearing. If it's a physical injury, say, you break your ankle, you wouldn't expect it to heal immediately. So you need to give it time, as you've just suddenly become aware of its presence. Don't know who this is for, but we'll see. Okay, I'm being told there's a need to sit with it, explore and go deeper, so you can understand and work on removing this blockage. Breathe gently and ask for help to shift or at least understand what area of your life needs to change. Meditation is great for a deeper understanding of what steps need to be taken. I'm hearing the path in life is yours alone, and you can and will tread it with joy and confidence. Remember, most of us are programmed and focused on parts of our lives that do not work for us, so focus on the parts that are operational instead. Oh, that's, good advice. Alright, the names with that are Owen, Philip, Laurie, Kendra, Joe, Millie, Anita, Wayne, Juliet, Debbie, Sloane, and Jez. Okay. Alright, so the poem today, I miss you. Sometimes when I first awake, I think that you're still here, and for a fleeting moment the clouds will all disappear. For you brought me endless sunshine until you went away. And now I miss you desperately each minute of the day. You would not like to see me sad, so what I try to do is live a bright and happy life in memory of you. For though I'll always miss you, and it is dreadful being apart, I haven't really lost you. You're still here in my heart. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I am so cold. Gosh. Just see if I'm still filming. Oh, yeah, I'm still filming. Right. Okay, I don't know how much I'll get through, but alright. Let me just see, because I've got a new setup. I don't think you can see that, can you? I will always point you in the direction. Yeah, just like we know, you can always trust on your loved one from the other side. Ask them, if there's a bit of a fork in the road here and you think to yourself, which way am I meant to go with this? They can do that for you. All right, they're not going to do these great big things for you. There are some things that were not meant to be, shown, not meant to be led by. But, there's a lot of the little things that they can help you with. I suppose you'd have to ask Source, God's source, wouldn't you, for those other types of things. But, do it. They're really willing to help. Often I've asked for things and things show up. They're not, don't always have to talk to you directly. They could be, showing you with signs and synchronicities like I use. It could be a song on the radio, that will say, maybe you should be going in this direction or that direction. Might be a song about that. But they're very good at that, And they, as I've always said, they've got this vantage point that we don't have sometimes. So they are allowed to steer you in a certain direction, It's got to be best for you, really. And so, they've learned how to get their ego out of the way in order to do that. So not like us who are, always like thinking about things and saying, oh God, is this going to go right? It's like me trying to read for myself or any other medium. It's not easy because suddenly, this ego gets in the way. You second guess yourself, you know. But you will notice these signs, and they could come through feelings, dreams, you know, even like a reminder, you know, you might see something and just might remind you of that person. So remember that. Okay, let me just check my count. Yep, still going. Right. So, I'm standing right next to you. All right. Standing right next to you. Yeah. Left-hand side of somebody watching, we have a beautiful soul standing next to you. And this is a father figure. Oh, he's lovely. I'm hearing the name Philip, but it doesn't have to be, you know, this could be happening to other people. Had a good heart. Philip had a good heart. He was the type of father that a lot of other people would have liked, you know. Kind and caring, considerate, but really protective, but not in a way where it stifles you. You know, he would have been protective in the way of looking over you, but not making you feel like a child, you know. I think a few of your friends had a bit of a crush on your father, actually. That's coming in very strong as well, because he was quite handsome. He would have been good at timekeeping as well. I feel this particular gentleman crossed over through because of his heart, yeah. Might have been some type of blockage. But he's happy. He's happy on the other side. He's with somebody called Jane. And Philippa. Okay. And Grandad Brian, I'm hearing loud and clear. Grandad Brian, okay. Right. He's happy with his choices. Very much so. So, let's see what else we have. Okay. So, I have no earthly worries. See that? I don't know whether you can, but I have no earthly worries. Right. There's something about money here, you know. There's worry about money. Some type of debt. And he wishes that he didn't have to go through that, and you didn't have to go through that. And he tried, bless him, he tried so hard to hide this from you. But it was becoming a little bit difficult for him to do so. I mean, here, look, he's sending these beautiful sunflowers to you as well. You know, the sun is out, the sun is shining, you know, the sunrise, it's beautiful. And he's showing you here that there is nothing that he is worrying about, but he does see you worrying about things. So don't worry. He knows now where to send you in that direction. Maybe you also have money worries at the moment, and you're wondering which way to go. It's going to really help you with that. I see a bank at the moment. So you may be going to get some advice. Yeah. And there may be something about stocks and shares in the future as well. So that's coming in quite strong. He has a little dog with him as well. Gable, hearing the name Gable. Graham, I hear the name Graham as well. I think the dog was called Graham. May be wrong, but I think that's what he's trying to say. Okay. There's something about him